It's Mario. No, buddy. No. Sorry. Sorry. Now he's making a mess down there. He has been causing no end to trouble since I brought him home this weekend. Mario, you got to shape up, man. So, yeah, typically we do our What Solds on Wednesday, and I recap the week that was in eBay sales out of our store. I'm a part-time reseller. I use reselling to help pay for little vacations or, the tree came down in the backyard. Let's help take care of that. Let's pay for the repairman to come and look at the dryer when it's not heating up. All those sort of things. eBay helps make life a little bit easier when it comes to finances. So if that's something that interests you, these are the kind of things that sell on eBay, at least the kind of things that sell for me on eBay. And it's been a really, really good week. I've got to look at the actual numbers, but just in the last 7 days or so, I think we're about 1,300 gross in sales, which is fantastic. I'm really excited about that. And so I want to run down through these. We can't wait till Wednesday because otherwise that video is going to be really, really long. This video is going to be long enough as it is. I'm going to try and push through these quickly so you guys aren't sitting here for 45 minutes looking at these things. So let's just start at the beginning and I'll run through. I'll show you my listing down here at the bottom of the screen and tell you what I paid. If I can remember, some of these were older items that finally moved out and I just don't remember, but best I can, I'll tell you what I paid for them and what they sold for. So the first thing is these leopard print shoes. I think I paid $1.99. I bought a whole mess of these at Goodwill thinking, you know what, my grandma used to wear clothes just like that. There's a lot of other grandmas out there that are looking for shoes, and hopefully they're on eBay. They've moved a lot slower than I thought they would, but they are moving. $1.99 for these, and somebody paid $12.74. Plus, I put a flat $2.99 for shipping. Now, that's not going to cover the whole thing, but it covers most of it. So, in essence, they paid, pushing $16 for these shoes. I sold this Nike New With Tags beanie. I paid $1.99 for this at Goodwill, and it sold for $53.73 Australian dollars. Now, the Australian dollar, I actually looked today. The Australian dollar is right now worth 71 cents American. So it's not quite as strong, but it's been lower. It's been at like 65, 66 cents. So it is actually getting a little bit stronger. So not bad for $1.99. I was able to ship that out through Pirate Ship's simple export rate for, I believe it would have been $10.95. So pretty cheap to ship that out. Rolling Stones hat. I've been hanging on to this for a long time, but I knew eventually the right buyer was going to come along, and they did. Again, this is an international sale. It's going to the UK. I paid $2 for this at our local thrift store, and it sold for $59.84 plus $19.99 for international shipping. This, not a standard Rolling Stones hat. This is from one of their tours where they were hitting baseball and football stadiums. You could see on the graphic there, the tongue had a pattern on it, and so they always would put for these hats, they sold them at the stadiums or at the arenas, and they would put like the baseball stitching or the football stitching on the hat. These are, the dad hats, the strap back. You could only get them during this tour. So it's a pretty rare hat. And so I knew it was going to take a while to sell a hat for $60, but you know what? Eventually it happened. So $59.84 for a baseball cap. I love selling hats. There's more to come. Nothing quite this high. Chuck E. Cheese. I paid $3 for this guy at the new thrift store in town, Aeron. I know he watches this. He's a former reseller, and now he's a thrift shop owner. Haven't been there, actually, in the last week. I was on vacation, so did a lot around the house. I'm going to get back. I'm going to see what he's got. I paid $3 for this, and it sold for $25 plus shipping. It went down to Houston, I believe. How about Mario for the Wii? Now this, I guess, basically I'm nothing into this. We bought a black console, and we paid $5 for that over a couple weekends ago. And this was inside. So we paid $5 for the console. The game was a freebie, and it sold inside of 24 hours. $19.59 free shipping. Priced it pretty competitively, but again, it was a freebie. So pretty good money off of that. Build-A-Bear, there's more of these coming. I bought a mess of these the same weekend that we bought that Wii. I negotiated down with her a little bit. I think we're about $3 or so an outfit. And some of those outfits, they actually had multiple in the bag, so I could split them apart. So when you get right down to it, we might be about $2.50 in each unit that we're selling for this Build-A-Bear. The Build-A-Bear outfits sell very well. We've sold through, I don't know, about half of them at this point. This Build-A-Bear jacket, leather jacket, it was $3, like I said, maybe $2.50, and we got $16.99 free shipping for that, but they don't weigh very much, very easy to ship. This Makita hat, a Goodwill pickup, $1.99, sold for $19.59, free shipping, but hats generally somewhere between 6 and 8 ounces, so it's a pretty cheap thing to ship out. I like selling hats. Savage Dawn on VHS. I'm 50 cents or so into these. If you remember me picking those up from that lady's trunk, essentially. $12.74, free shipping, but it's media mail, so it's pretty cheap. Another Build-A-Bear. This is Colorado Avalanche. There were no others online that I could find. There had been some before, none right now, and this was the whole outfit. Had the stick, had the skates, everything. This sold for $19.59 plus shipping. Now, I did have a buyer come in and buy multiple Build-A-Bear outfits. This time, she bought 2 Seahawks. She bought the football outfit, and then she bought just the fleece. It was a Seahawks fleece. Together, with shipping, she was $41.99 together for the 2 of these. And then she came back and bought another one, another outfit. Again, about $2.50 into that. She paid $19.50 plus shipping. So really pretty good money on these Build-A-Bear things. That Wii console that I mentioned, that sold too. $5 into that. That sold for $48.99. Free shipping, but pretty simple to ship. Bubble wrap that thing, slide it down into a 1095, cut it down. I know some people put them in padded flat rates. I just feel weird about it. So I'd rather have it in a box and pay an extra, that's like $2.50 extra, because it cost about $10 to ship it out. So really good profit on this black console. Keep an eye on these consoles. Some of them, the 001s, if you look at the serial number on the back, that's why this one was a little bit more valuable. It is compatible for the GameCube. There's a little compartment that you can flip up. It's GameCube compatible. Those are worth more money, so keep an eye out for those. This Yellowstone jacket, a little fleece, it's been sitting around for a long time. I think I paid $1 for it back like 18 months ago. Took an offer of $13 free shipping just to get the thing out. It did fit in a padded flat rate, so we did ultimately make a few bucks. North Face t-shirt, paid $2 for this, and it sold for $15. Again, free shipping, but it's a lightweight, small t-shirt. Very, very easy to ship and very lightweight. I was hoping I'd get a little bit more, but I took the offer just because I wanted to move things out. Rampage, I picked this up also from Aeron's thrift store. This is like an 18-inch figure. I don't know if we ever got any videos. He was sitting on the table behind me, but it sold so quickly. I don't know if we got any videos done. I actually decided to put this at auction. They sell pretty standard, and the sell-through is really, really solid at about $30. They sell all the time. So if you see one of these and it's cheap, pick it up because it will sell. Now mine, it was played with. There are a lot of marks on it. And so I wasn't sure what the value was. And so I thought, you know what, I'm just going to put it at auction. It was $1. I started it at $19.99, got a bid and thought, hey, we made some money. And then one more bid came through. And so we sold it for $21.50 plus shipping. This actually through the global shipping program, and it's headed to Australia. This radio, this is one of those OEM radios. You can find these at garage sales. They typically sell them pretty cheap. Sometimes they're giving them away, and they take a while. They're not long tail, they're medium tail. They do take some time to move, some of them, and this isn't the most valuable that I've sold, but I paid $3 for it, and it sold. I ultimately took a deal with a guy for $50, free shipping. It cost me about $20-some to ship because obviously they're heavy, but we still made good money on the thing. I just decided to take the deal and move it out. It does eat some space, but if you can find these for cheap, and I don't test them, I sell them as is. I've picked up 3 of these now, sold 3 of them, have not had one come back. If I have one come back, you know what? I'm going to just refund the money. I'm not even going to have them send them back. I'll just refund them. But to this point, they've been working. So that's how we do that. These ring caps, You've heard me talk about these before. These are the little multiple sale that keeps on giving $1.50 thereabouts into these pair, and it sold for $27.98 free shipping. I've got a few more sets of these. We've made a lot of money off of ring caps. It's silly. I had no idea they were this valuable. This Oregon duck sack, this a deal I got from another reseller, Aeron. I mentioned him before. He was getting out and selling off some of his inventory. I went and paid $200 for a carload of stuff. And so really, I'm not exactly sure how much I'm into this, but it's all profit at this point. And I took an offer of $10 plus shipping for this. I took another offer on this Nike backpack. I picked them up for $7.50 at Goodwill. They are new with tags Nike. I really thought they would do better, and they are hanging out. They are not moving. Every once in a while, one of them moves. Mostly, I get lowball offers on these things. The MSRP on these is like $60. I thought we'd do okay, and they're just not moving. So I did ultimately take a deal of $25 plus shipping. He started at $20, and we went back and forth, ended up getting at $25. Marty from Back to the Future, which actually just came off Netflix. Bummer. Back to the Future. This is a Funko 2020 from the Comic-Con. This one I paid $15 for. Not a huge money maker. Sold for $25.89 plus shipping. And this went to our good buddy Keith from Minnesota. Keith, thanks for stopping by the store again, man. He said he loves the store. He saw this and he had to have it. Keith loves finding goodies in our store. And so, Keith, I always appreciate you stopping by, man. And sometimes, every once in a while, send me an offer, dude. I'll make you a deal on some of these. I sure appreciate you watching and appreciate your support. The best sale that we had, you'll remember my mom and dad bought some stuff. Dad was thinking he was going to get into reselling and likes the sourcing, just decided he didn't have the time to put into it, but he still had the inventory and he still likes going out. So we took their inventory. I've started listing it. I've listed 6 or 8 things so far of theirs, trying to work it into my stuff. And we're splitting the profits down the middle after fees and shipping and all that. And how about this thing? Mom says she thinks she paid $1 at most for this. My dad gave her a hard time for picking it up. And it sold for $100 plus international shipping. This is going to Belgium. And the guy that bought it is very excited to get it. I actually priced it a little bit high. I was thinking we'd get about 75 out of it. I was hoping that's what history says that it goes for. But you know what? There were no others listed. The only other listed was complete with the canvas bag that goes on the outside, and he was asking $300. So we priced high at like $150, and I decided, you know what? I'm going to see what happens. It's twice as much as what it normally sells for, but let's see. And we got a real offer of $100, and so we took that because that was definitely worth taking. So $100 plus shipping for this Volrath canteen. This is dated 1942. This goes back, I think they used it up really through the Vietnam era. It was this style and this kind of canteen. But yeah, it goes back to World War II. Really, really cool piece. And good eye, Ma. That was a good pickup. This session hat, I think we paid about $0.10 for it. It's not worth a ton. This went out on a sale, $8.49, free shipping. So I think it weighed 6 ounces. It probably cost us about $3 to send it out, but it is still after fees. We're making $3-4 on something that's ridiculously easy. I like selling hats. Have I said that? How about this sewing book? Mountain Mama found this thing for 50 cents. Same weekend we found the Wii. She found that Wii too, actually. She did a great job that weekend. She's got a good eye too. We picked this thing up for 50 cents. Same time we picked up the Stephen King Cujo, the first edition of Cujo. That already sold. This sold to Australia again for the equivalent of about $46. Now, it was a heavy book. It was like 3.5 pounds is this book on sewing. So it is expensive to ship out, but it fit under that 4-pound international rate. It came out to 3 pounds and 8 ounces, but still that cost us $35.95 to ship off. Expensive, but we still made about $10 on that deal, so not bad off a 50-cent pickup. This little Munchkin nursery thing, it plays music and displays. It's got several different little wheels with some cellophane and some designs on it, and it spins around, and it's sound activated. So when the baby starts crying, this thing kicks on and starts spinning on the ceiling with music and pictures. It's really pretty cool. And I picked this up. I think I paid $3 for this at a garage sale where most everything else was way overpriced. This was new. They'd never used it in an open box, and so definitely worth picking up. Paid $27.29 plus shipping for this Patagonia. I picked this up from Aeron. I think I paid $5 or $10 for this. Honestly, I can't remember. It was definitely a fair deal, and we took an offer on this just to move it out. It's big, it's bulky, and I'm good right now with taking offers. I can afford to take a little bit of a hit on what I was hoping to get because my margins are good enough. And at this point for me, it's not worth saying no and hanging on to it for how much longer to get another $5 or $10. I'd rather move it out and get that cash flow going. So we took an offer of $30 plus shipping, and I did fit this thing in a padded flat rate envelope. Not bad, right? Snake Eater VHS. Again, that VHS pickup, 50 cents in, $12.74 free medium mail shipping. This snap-on hat, we picked this up at the Toys for Tots sale, paid $1 for it, $14.34 plus shipping. I loved the colorway on this thing. It was really, really cool. These swim fins, I would not go out and pick these things up. Now, some brands, they do sell better. This particular brand, not great. So I picked this up very early. I picked it up last summer, in fact, and it's been sitting around until finally this summer. Somebody down in Alabama pick this thing up. Now, these are youth size. I did sell an adult size much, much faster, so maybe that's the way to go. But I sold these. I think I paid about $2 or $3 for these, and they sold for $27.53 plus shipping. This doorknob, we picked this up a few weeks ago. I offered, she had 5, I offered 3. We met in the middle at 4, and I took an offer of 15 plus shipping. So, and it got immediate looks. The views on the thing were really, really high. It had a couple watchers. So it's something that I've learned is that apparently antique and old fancy looking doorknobs, people like them. So if you can get them cheap, pick those things up. There's a bolo for you. The next thing up, this collection of war movies. Honestly, don't remember. I think I paid about $1 for this and sold for $9. I took an offer this afternoon, $9.75 free shipping. This Lion King. This is the Elton John single off of the soundtrack, and it's back from the late 90s. And so this one is one to watch out for. It doesn't sell for a ton, but you know what? I paid 25 cents at a church sale, and it sold for $9.98. So in terms of return on investment, really, really solid. This BAM box pin. I get the BAM boxes. Usually I can sell off the stuff and right about break even. Sometimes I keep a thing or two out of those boxes if I really, really like them. And every once in a while, you get something in there that is worth quite a bit because it's autographed or it's a limited or whatever. This was a limited. It was number 127 out of 250. This enamel pin, it sold for $16.99 free shipping. I actually listed this on last night. Just last night, I listed this right before bed, and it sold overnight. So maybe that means I priced it a little too low. There was only one other listing, and it was at auction. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to do a buy it now. And if they don't want to wait another 7 days to find out, they'll buy it now. And so that's what they did. I'm happy with it. Another one that I listed last night, this Illuminati card. Chris, the Cajun reseller, he's been selling these things off for really, really good money. I found an auction of a booster pack online that was ending at a really bad time, and so I swooped in and I picked it up. All in were, I think it's $15.99 or $15.98, something like that. Right about $16 all in with shipping and everything for this booster pack, which sounds like a lot, right? But some of these cards go for like $50, $60 or more, so I figured, why not? Let's roll the dice. This one sold overnight for $16. Now it's free shipping. Of course, it weighs an ounce, so it was like $3. So once we take out the shipping and the fees, we make what, $13, something like that. Almost pays off the entire pack. I've got one more in there that's I think I'm going to get about $25 out of, and then a couple others that I might get $5 or $6, and then the rest I lot it up. So we're not going to get rich off the thing, but a little bit of eBay arbitrage, we're definitely going to make some money. So keep an eye out for this Illuminati card game. It's really, really hot right now. This ducks were 50 cents into this thing, and it sold
for $20 plus shipping. I think for Donald and Daisy, we paid, because I think it was about $0.25 a piece. We picked these up with a whole bunch of plush and a bunch of micro machines and all sorts of other stuff at this sale. So my best guess is about 50 cents, and took an offer of 20. I had it up at like 24. So pretty solid. And then the last thing, this is a parted out piece. I bought an old vintage salad shooter. I've sold several of the blades, the connecting ring, and now I've sold the power cord. We picked up the whole thing for $2.99 at Goodwill, and we're already way into the profit on this. Again, not high dollar, but high return on investment, because just this cord I sold for $8.50. Now it's free shipping, but again, $3, so you're left with 4 or 5 at the end. I sold the plastic connector ring for like $9. I sold one of the blades for right around $15. So you can make money parting stuff out like that. So guys, that's what I've got for you right now. We're already pushing 20 minutes on this thing, so I'm going to let you go. It's been a really, really good week, and that came after a couple of relatively slow weeks, and that's how eBay works. It's up and down. So we'll be back on Wednesday, as long as these sales continue, with another What Sold. I don't think we're going to have a live show tonight, guys. We didn't have one last week because I was gone. I was on vacation. Tonight, I don't think we're going to have one either, just because we've got some other folks on vacation at my day job. And so now I'm filling in, and there's a lot of extra work involved in that. And then I've also got a teletown hall for AARP that I moderate once a month. That's coming up this week. And then I'm also one of the moderators for a senatorial debate coming up. So I have to do that as well. It's just going to be a really, really busy week, and it didn't work to fit it in. So I will get as many videos as I can out for you this week still. We're going to do our best, and hopefully we'll be back on Wednesday. Subscribe, comment, hit the bell, and thanks for coming in, guys. We'll see you.